So, you might be wondering, why on earth are we here in Barcelona? Wow, welcome to the only major sporting event held in the world at the moment due to the pandemic, the global pandemic of the coronavirus. But we're here for the STB Racing League Season 16 Spanish Grand Prix live from the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalonia. And yeah, as it is a video game, there's no danger to the 16 drivers here this evening, but there is some danger to me and my co-commentator Riggsy's throat, because the battles that could happen tonight is going to give us some incredible entertainment. Riggsy, how you feeling ahead of the Spanish Grand Prix?
Firstly, I just want to thank you for the introduction, and it's great to be back here in STB. Spain is one of the more unique tracks on the calendar. I probably say that about all the classic ones, but honestly, I really enjoy Spain. I think Spain's got like a lot of history. When you think of the Spanish Grand Prix, I just immediately think of Manzo Senna going side by side down the pit straight. I think Fernando Alonso's wins here in 2006 and 2013. And I just think he has moved around outside of Raikkonen and Hamilton, but I mean that's maybe my Fernando bias kind of coming out. Well, no any real risk. Well, the drivers are not really any real risk. But we will be if this race is going to provide high octane entertainment, because our throats are going to just end up dying on us probably, and I hope that's not the case. And my throat is kind of starting to get that wee bit dry, but I'm hoping it's nothing serious.
Oh God. Right. Wow. Thank you there, Riggsy. So we had a very entertaining race in Baku. You said that the race was not going to be very good. Well, you said the track isn't very good, but it definitely offered some incredible battles. What was one of your highlights that you can pick out from last week's Azerbaijan Grand Prix? I believe it's starting to rain actually here in qualifying. Sorry, we do move on to that. It is raining. It is raining here in Spain qualifying, Riggsy. That could shake up the grid here.
And it really puts drivers like Kyle, Jam and Jam Ham on the back foot, as they're on the hardest compound attire. If the rain really starts slashing down so early on in the session, they're not going to have a representable lap time on the board, and they'll be on the route at the back of the grid, which they'll not really want. So I don't really know why they went out in the hard in the first run, especially if the new rain was imminent. We'll need to, like, when we interview a driver from the field, they can hopefully give us an update on what the weather's like for the race, and see if we can hope for more rain, or if this is just the first time and only time we're going to really see it this race weekend. We're starting to see some times on the board anyway. Dominic and Domi are our front two at the moment. Urban Unicorn P3, Eki 4th, DJ Danny in 5th, Chaka, Mercury, Libio, as we say, Buckley, it's now Bruno, Buckley, Toxic Fusion, Kyle, Jam Ham and Perondi. That is our qualifying order at the moment as it stands.
Definitely going to shake up the
interest,
grid
seeing rain and this early in qualifying kind of like asks us questions, like kind of makes us ask questions and prompt us to ask if it's going to be here for the race as well. And I don't actually know, I think I've maybe missed out on who we're actually picking up for the qualifying interview, but hopefully they can shed some more light on the weather for this race that we're about to come up and witness. But back to your question with Baku, I'll put my hand up. Baku isn't really a track for me, but it really was entertaining to watch. I really enjoyed it, and one shout out I've got to give is to Bruno Will especially. Is the fact that he just got his strategy right, he got his pit stops right, everything that he done was spot on, and then when he inherited the lead after the second safety car restart, he just done what he needed to do. He broke away from the pack, and it was Dominic that had led the race for so long, sitting in second place, and he was able to maintain and manage that gap and even extend it in the final laps. So I would give him a worthy shout out for that, for his performance last time out.
Thank you there, Riggsy. We've got our qualifying interviewee here in the commentary box in F1 Gravity. Now, F1 Gravity, very interesting scenes here at the start of qualifying. We'll include your audio if you haven't already. Obviously, it started dry, but then the rain came in the first run. You're currently in P16, back of the field. Are we going to see any more running in this session, or is this the end of the session?
Yeah, I very much doubt it. I made a big mistake and invalidated my lap. That's why I'm last. Oh,
Okay. Very unfortunate there, but could we potentially be seeing any similar weather in the race?
I don't think so. I think the race is dry.
Okay, very interesting. Buckley's currently on a set of intermediates, rigs. Same with Kyle. No, Kyle, sorry, is on mediums. But yeah, Buckley's opted for the intermediates there. But Danny, Gravity, sorry, not Danny. I'll move on to Danny in a few moments. But Gravity, can you just remind me, sorry, where you finished in Azerbaijan?
Well, in Azerbaijan, my Xbox turned off twice, and so I think I came last.
So you didn't have a very good race then in Baku.
No.
How confident are you ahead of the Spanish Grand Prix? What are you hoping for this week?
Well, I was fairly confident before it started raining. I think my pace is pretty good, but I'm obviously going to be starting at the back.
Okay. And how are you keeping safe in these vigilant times here in the world?
Sorry, I didn't quite catch what you said then.
How are you keeping safe in these times?
Just wash your hands constantly, don't you?
Wash your hands. There you go, people. Wash your hands. But enough of the humour. I wish that you have the best Spanish Grand Prix. Another thing, we're currently got a break, a 1 week break coming up after this. How important is it to still, stay focused in the week that we've got off to be able to be on pace in Canada?
I don't know. I don't think it's all that important, if I'm honest.
Okay.
You play this game for long enough, you kind of get the hang of it, and a week away it doesn't really change much.
Okay, Gravity. Well, thank you for that, and I hope to see you maybe on podium. You never know in Spain, but we will. I look forward to seeing your progress in this Spanish Grand Prix.
Thank you.
Okay then, Rixie. So basically, we've established that F1 Gravity is so confident on the game. We've established that he is a driver to be reckoned with. He's a driver that, even if he's had a week off, he's ready. What do you make of Gravity's season so far?
I mean, I'm trying to relate a bit. I mean, when he was sitting talking to his dad, and then he's retiring and qualifying, getting Barcelona starting P16 of 16. I mean, it's not exactly ideal. It's not really where he wants to be. But he is kind of setting himself up for a monumental challenge for this race, considering that the weather was against him and against everybody really, because he had really limited time in getting a time in, and he was saying there on his to us that he was on his lap and invalidated. He got invalidated lap, so
yes, that's it.
That's definitely not really helped him any good. Aye, but see, the season break, like the 1 week breaks can really like help people like that feel that they need it, and I'm not. I mean, I would say the break has come at a suitable time anyway, because it does give drivers that time off that week, to kind of to evaluate where they are in the season, where they can improve, what they're doing right, what they're doing wrong, and I think everybody is just going to use that to their advantage. I don't see anything that can act as a deficit in terms of a break. If you know, I mean, I feel like a break is well needed for the field, and even for us if our throats are on the way out. But I think he'll just be kind of looking to see where he is at this point and how he progresses. But qualifying last here isn't really going to help him all that much.
No, we are seeing a lot of drivers retiring. One driver that's just retired is DJ Danny. currently in P5, but he, Rigsy, has got a 5-second time penalty due to his collision with Urban Unicorn. Danny has been so unlucky this season in terms of, he had Bahrain, China, he had a look at getting a good result. Even Azerbaijan, we was really rooting for him. So all races he's really been up there. But yeah, what have you made of Danny so far? Because he's definitely been the underdog so far this season.
I feel like I could probably support that, to be fair, because DJ Danny, like when I joined in season 15, it wasn't this driver that we see now. Like, it was honestly, like, it's no disrespect him, it was quite the opposite. Like, it was just kind of, it was just kind of there, really. And I don't really know how else to say it without sounding like I'm just throwing a bit of shade at him when I'm trying so hard not to do that. But I really have got to. I really appreciate how far he's came over the season 15 finale to here, because he, in theory, like if you see it in hindsight, you could have won Bahrain, you could have won China, and he got his Baku strategy. He was just kind of like in the wrong place at the wrong time in terms of tyre strategy for the second safety car. So he could have brought a serious haul of points to himself and to Red Bull 4 races in, but it's just kind of went away from him. And I think, I mean, that's where the whole idea of this break kind of comes in. He can assess where it's went right for him, where it's went wrong for him, how he improves on it, how he rubbles out all these mistakes and negative aspects he's driving. I feel like this break could probably help him actually kickstart his season, because he's been so unlucky and he's just been at the wrong place at the wrong time, and it really doesn't represent his points and results don't represent his actual quality of driving this season. So
yeah, I think Danny's just been very, very unlucky with his races. But something that is very interesting at the moment, we have got 2 runners at the moment still running in qualifying, Buckley and Toxic Fusion, and they're giving us a bit of action here in the closing stages of qualifying, giving us a little battle here. I think they're just driving to have a bit of fun on track, really. Maybe get rubbered in if there's any rain in the race, even though Danny, I keep calling Gravity Danny. Gravity did say there's no rain, but you never know. Anything can happen. But yeah, Rixie, definitely a big qualifying session here. PFL Domi is P2 here in Spain. Let's just think about that right now. Domi is in P2. Domi's had a great qualifying here in Spain. A big casualty here in Spain qualifying, Rigsy, is Biral Peronda. He's down in P13. Biral Bruno will down in P9. Mercury's had a decent qualifying. He's in P7. Danny, great qualifying for him. He's in P5. So yeah, Rigsy, what do you think about the grid? It's very, very mixed from what we used to.
definitely, like, I mean, I still really don't know why the majority, everybody except Domi, went on a harder compound tyre. But I think they were maybe assuming the rain not to hit as hard as it has, because we were sitting there in the introduction and just kind of having our kind of like first initial thoughts on the race weekend ahead, and then the next thing we knew, it was raining and people were coming in for intermediates. Well, Buckley and Toxic Fusion were coming in for intermediates, so we didn't really have enough time to actually engage with the initial times that were coming through early on. And I think that's maybe just the same as them. They didn't really anticipate the rain coming down as hard or as heavy as it did so early on. Gravity did tell us about the race, and he was telling us about the weather. He was kind of debunking the continuing presence of rain. But with Buckley and Toxic Fusion, I think they might just be just to get a feel of the track if it is wet, if the worst happens. Just putting on a show for fans that came here to pay good money for qualifying, giving us some airtime, just taking a sit and talk about them running about the track themselves. But I mean, it's quite a unique situation we found ourselves in, as Buckley just kind of runs wide at the final chicane there, and they both come out to the pits. So I think that'll be them retiring. We'll be calling it a session early, which is quite unique because we've never really had anything like this happening. Well, I mean, in my time in STB, anyway, I've not really had a qualifying session basically.
No, we have had one.
On a day so early on.
Way back in the day, we had this. I think actually at Catalonia. I think this actually has happened at Catalonia before in one of the early seasons when there was no streams. And yeah, it was finished within. We didn't even have to wait 18 minutes. It was like 6 minutes in, and it was done. Our pole position then, Rixie, is Dominic. Second is Dommy. Third is Urban Unicorn. Decent result from him. He's back up to the front. Fourth, Eke. Fifth, Danny. Sixth, Churka. Seventh, Mercury. Eighth, Libero. Ninth, disappointing qualifying from BRL Bruno Will. 10th, Buckley. 11th, Fusion. 12th, Kyle. 13th, Perondi. 14th, Ham Jam. He beats his brother Jam Ham. And 16th is F1 Gravity. That is your grid for the Spanish Grand Prix.
The grid is quite shook up, which I'm quite interested to see how this race start actually pans out. Because you've got the previous race winner last time out in Baku, Bruno Will sitting in P9, like smack bang in the middle of the pack. And
Yes.
you've got Dominic and Eke, who were the season 15's championship protagonists, first and fourth. I'm trying to really think who else. And Dommy there in P2 as well. He's had a really strong start to his season. He had a good race last time out in Baku, getting his stellar podium. Rounded the podium with himself, Bruno Will, and Dominic last time. So maybe he could try and get his to turn the lead at turn 1. It is a long run down. There is still plenty of opportunity for the drivers such as Urban Unicorn and Eke on the second row to get by Dominic or Dommy into turn 1. It's one of the longer run downs into turn 1 on the calendar, so I don't expect to see them go on single file. I do expect to see one or two drivers maybe like chucking their car into like unorthodox places, if you want to say that, and maybe trying to get a few places after the start. But as the real saying goes, you can't win it on the first lap, but you can definitely lose it. So I think drivers will need to kind of keep that in mind and keep cautious as well as keeping it aggressive as well, trying to find that balance. So I'm really interested to see how turn 1 goes.
Yes, Dommy, I believe, is the only driver on a set of softs, as you said. So Dommy's going to definitely have the pace in the first few stages. I think, Rigsy, the reason why these drivers opted for either the hards or mediums is I think that is the strategy. I think, obviously, Catalonia, as we know, is a very hard track on tyres. So I think that's definitely one of the reasons why they opted for harder tyres. But Dommy, P2, could well be P1 down into turn 1. You never know.
He's on the softer compounder rubber, so I would assume that he would get that grip and that traction off his grid slot,
Yeah,
but he is on the dirtier
definitely.
side of the track. But that doesn't really play too much into the into kind of like weighing up all the factors into his race start, because it is such a run down to turn 1. So he could easily just maybe get by Dominic on the inside and then hold that inside line halfway down the straight. So I'll kind of keep my eye out for him. And I wouldn't be too surprised if he is leading into turn 1, but you never know with Formula 1, as we're starting to see the drivers take up their grid slots here.
So,
It'll be the
while we
last
wait for these drivers, who is going to win the Spanish Grand Prix predictions, please?
I'm going to chuck the cat in amongst the pigeons and just go random and say Urban Unicorn with it.
Okay, so Rigsy thinks Urban Unicorn is going to win. Who is going to win the Spanish Grand Prix? It's 5 lights for the Spanish Grand Prix. And it's go, go, go. Drive-through penalty there already for St. Buckley there. And Dom is going to already get in the slipstream of Dominic down into turn number 1. Here we go. Look at this side by side then. No, it's not. Dominic's going to defend that line. First Dominic, followed by Dommy, followed by Urban Unicorn. Quite a clean, it looks like, first few corners here in Spain. Side by side, the Racing Point and Mercedes there. Tarasso in the Haas. That's Kyle down at the back, and then Kyle's nearly done a Hulkenberg there, so he needs to be careful down into turn number 5, I think it is, and Dommy's losing pace already, it looks like, Ridsley.
I mean,
there's been a crash! There's been a crash, sorry, there's been a crash. Gravity's session goes from bad to worse. He is down in P16 still, and he has got a broken front wing. Sorry, Rigsy, I cut you off there.
The start itself initially looked quite clean. Dominic got a great start being on the main racing line, so his grid slot has been rubbered in. But I was expecting Dominic to take P1 into turn 1 there, but he didn't get a good enough start in comparison to Dominic. Dominic did everything that he needed to off that start, maintains P1, and it kind of like, I'm just looking to see what main positions have been changed, and the only real big change I can see is Perondi up from P50 to P9, Buckley's down 3, and you've got some drivers picking up 1 place or losing a place.
Yeah,
like there's
Buckley,
nothing spectacularly gained.
Let's not forget Rigsy, Buckley has also got a drive-through penalty here, so that's also going to definitely hinder his chances of any sort of good result here in Spain. Merkel's been pretty rapid at the moment. He's behind Danny, who's currently gone wide through turn 3. As Formula 1 fans, we definitely love turn 3, don't we, Rigsy?
Sorry?
The iconic corner.
Oh,
as Formula 1
definitely.
fans, we definitely love turn 3.
Oh, I've got a lot of fond memories running outside the turn 3 with Fernando Alonso, like the double overtake that he done, and his final race win for Ferrari was that exact race 7 years ago. Makes me feel really old, like it really does. It just kind of shows you how far we've came since. But you were saying Mercury is kind of like right on the rear wing of DJ Danny as they go through the Delta line into sector 3. This sector is mostly going to be single file anyway. I would find it highly ambitious of the drivers to try and make an overtake anywhere.
There's actually been some good overtakes in STB history in sector 3 actually.
I mean,
In the past.
I would need to see. I've not really seen any overtakes in the third sector. As we see Dominic set the fastest lap. But I mean that chicane was added for overtaking, and I just can't see it as a main overtaking area on this track. Like, I just don't get that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think another factor in that was safety as well, because the final 2 turns used to be flat out right-handers. So I can understand maybe for the aspect of safety, but for the aspect of overtaking, I don't really buy that. So I feel like my main overtaking points are going to be at turn 1, at turn 4 if you keep it.
You can't really overtake around this circuit, can you? Let's just speak about that while we wait for the battles to get a bit smaller. You can't really overtake really around Catalonia.
It's a really technical track. Drivers will probably set up their car to have more aerodynamic grip and have their cars more suited to these swooping long corners, long or short, quick or slow. Like they're going to have their car more suited to turning and aerodynamic power over the engine. So you'll notice that with some drivers, because you've got this big straight that Dominic's just leading the pack onto. This is our main overtaking chance. Like see when DRS is activated, which also it's lap 4, so it's already in action. And you'll see the DRS flap opening on the rear wings of the drivers coming down to turn 1. Turn 1 is our main overtaking point. And if you can keep it round turn 3, turn 4 can also be a main overtaking action zone, as well as turn 10 on the run into the final sector. They're my main areas of action, and that's where I feel the most overtaking will really be done. I doubt anyone will try anything stupid in the last sector. In the second sector, after turn 4, doesn't really scream out overtaking in this section. It's quite tight, it's quite technical, and it's mostly single file, which is another thing we've got to kind of identify, as well as we're seeing Shucker pick up a penalty.
Yeah, time penalty there here. I think Rigsy, one of the big things that we need to think about also is corner cutting, because it's actually, I wouldn't say it's easy to corner cut around Spain, it's just easy to get penalties for it. If that makes sense.
Like the game's penalty system is like basically it's a 3 strikes and you've got a penalty kind of system they've got in effect. But I mean, as you were saying, as we're coming, I'm waiting on board with Chucker. As soon as I seen him get the penalty, I was like, oh, I'll just jump on board and see what's happening with him. He is in between Mercury and Libya on 7.
DRS for Domi, DRS for Domi, Rigsy, sorry, DRS for Domi, here we go then. Side by side down in turn of one. This is Dominic's opportunity for the lead of the Spanish Grand Prix. He can't do it. Dominic shuts the door clean on him there. That's a good defensive move there from Dominic. Third is Urban Unicorn. Fourth is Eke. So there's a sector 2 yellow.
And what's even
gravity there.
And what's even more important as well is, I mean, we're sitting talking about how the drivers will set up their cars for this race and how most drivers have went for more aerodynamic power and a more kind of technical side rather than going for straight line speed and breaking speed record with their car setup. It is really important and fundamental that if they want to make an overtake into turn 1, they have to get a superb run outside the final turn.
Urban Unicorn ran the outside of Dommy. No, can't do it. Sorry, because I keep cutting you off tonight.
No, honestly, I was riding on that exact same battle, and I was like, right, I'm gonna just stop talking because I'm gonna go side by side into turn 10. But getting yourself that punch at the final turn is crucial, because if you don't get it, your car doesn't have that straight line speed because you've got extra front wing and extra rear wing on for stability through longer turns. So you're not going to have the same benefit and acceleration in a slipstream with the RS open as you would in other tracks. Like also Baku would be a kind of prime shout for that one, purely because that's quite fresh and the viewers' memories is fresh in mine. The DRS and the slipstream and overtake DRS was extremely powerful.
Very important around that circuit, definitely. And a driver, sorry, I'm just looking at right now, Birra Bruno Will. He is really struggling to get past Libero right now. It's definitely not doing any favours. Boys Championship Challenge here.
I'm not. Definitely no. I mean, it's been quite quiet. He's just kept the heat down. He sat behind Libero off the start. Not really gained, but crucially, he's not really lost out either. He's kind of doing what he really needs to do now, but I think he might just be biding his time, because that's kind of what he done last time out. It was Dominic and Eke, and then he was kind of in third place. He wasn't exactly right there with the leaders, but he was kind of like still in touching distance. Like this is slightly different because somebody's P9 now, but Dominic comes in for fresh rubber. His soft tyres have caught it a day on lap 7 of 33, but I think Bruno Will is still in a prime position. He's staying onto this pack for DRS. He's maybe just biding his time in terms of strategy. We're going to start seeing drivers coming in the mid-teens, I would say, as Perondi leaves. We'll try and get him back in, but and Buckley goes fastest on lap 7, but Bruno Will, I think it's not exactly screaming alarm bells right now on lap 7. I think there's still plenty of time to make inroads, especially on these people in front of him, because he's literally right behind the big train for P2. So if something happens in that pack, he can gain a few places. So he has something to watch at this point in the race, and it's interesting to see how he'll take the strategy call.
Definitely. Urban Unicorn then, Riggs, that you said could potentially win this race. 1.2 seconds then the gap between him and Dominic, and you know what? I don't think you're quite far away there in terms of that prediction.
Oh, I was kind of like, let's just say something completely different. Let's kind of give a driver a bit more recognition, because Urban Unicorn is, like, for last season, he's just set fastest lap. I was going to say he's ridiculously quick, and then the fastest lap straight after that just kind of backs that up. He is a really great driver. He won a few races last time out in season 15 when he was driving for the Mercedes, and his season's not been much to shout about, but I know he can win races, and there's a bit in it's kind of like he can win here. And he is it's not like he's dropping off at Dominic either. He is still, I mean, unfortunately for him, he is outside the DRS window, but that's the 2 tenths down and he's right back in it. So it's no all doom and gloom yet, especially since he isn't P2. Lap 8 at 33, with 25 laps left of this race, anything can still happen. And I mean, I'm kind of vouching him for the win purely because I said that at the start, and I'm not changing it now. I think he has done exceptionally well at this stage.
Yeah, it's 1.1 seconds now, so the gap is going down, but I battle that I've been really trying to look for at the moment is Danny and Mercury, Rigsy. They are looking pretty cozy at the moment. Mercury's looking pretty quick. It's just this dirty air. It's definitely affecting these drivers here in Catalonia. I think Spain is one of them circuits where we have to kind of have it in because it's known being such an important circuit. But I just think it's not a very good circuit for overtaking. But that could be proved wrong immediately as Mercury there goes on the DRS. Side by side turn one, overtake move, there you go. Libero and Churka. Oh, Libero got the overtake on Churka there.
As soon as we seen the move between the Mercedes and the Red Bull for P4, Churka was looking up the inside of Libero into turn one, and Libero gave him enough room, but Churka took a bit more curb than he originally planned to, and I think he was maybe just playing a bit more safe than what Libero was. Also, Libero left him a bit of room, but Churka just wasn't really confident in his ability. He took a bit more of the inside turbo in one and didn't make the move stick, but he's not exactly lost any time to that as he is still in the back of the Alpha, so I think he'll probably have another goal if he keeps it clean for this final.
Sorry, Rick, am I right in thinking that Dominic won in Azerbaijan?
Dominic was second in Azerbaijan. It was Bruno Will that won. Baku.
Sorry, Mark.
Baku. Bruno Will won. Eki was P5 or P6. Just keep up with.
Okay, Churka DRS on Libero.
Eki goes up to P2 as well. Maldi gets DRS. Urban Unicorns got to P3. And it's
an Urban Unicorn! Oh, dearie me.
And Bruno Will's kind of getting his nose in, he's getting his yellow beak into this battle for P6.
Mercury, sorry, Ritzy, I bet Mercury's getting a bit excited here. P4 at the moment, catching now up to Urban Unicorn. I think Rigsy, scrap your prediction of P1 for Urban. I think Mercury could potentially get a podium here.
I mean, he is definitely right on the rear wing of the Haas. I don't know what's happened to Urban Unicorn, but he's lost a lot of time.
He had a bit of a moment out of turn one.
I didn't catch that then. I thought, I mean, I don't know. I did see Eke going for the move on Dominic Urban Unicorn into turn one, but as soon as I seen the move, Eke was just shooting off round into turn three, and Urban Unicorn was still kind of at turn one right in front of Mercury. And now that Eke's broke that DRS, he's kind of in P2 in no man's land, and Urban Unicorn's got to defend for the Mercedes, and this is for the final podium place. We're just hitting 1/3 race distance on lap 11 of 33, but we're not going to be sure to overtake this. And Urban is defending, he's got enough space into turn one, but Churka's locking up the inside, and Bruno Will's locking up the inside of Churka into turn one, gotta go side by side. Churka has it running outside into two, off the inside line there, and keeps P7 for now. Bruno Will is looking feisty at this point. He is definitely in a bit of a mood.
He needs to for the championship.
I think he's definitely kind of starting to see his opportunities unfolding in front of him as he has a wee look up the inside of 5, wee puff of smoke coming for the front right in the Ferrari there into turn 5. Bruno Will looks a lot closer.
Here we go. Oh.
Nah, Disney. Look, there it would have been brave, it would have been ambitious,
I do
but it
get
could have been
excited,
spectacular.
I do get excited, Rigsy, when they look for that. It does get me really excited. Because,
oh no, definitely. I can probably agree with that 100%. As soon as I see a driver just juking out through the slipstream just to have that wee lock up the inside and then just jump back in, it's like come on, like it kind of just gets me like a bit more on edge and a bit more excited for what we can expect. And Bruno will definitely just showed a prime example of that there, just kind of getting his Renault out of the dirty air of the Ferrari, having a wee lock up inside a 5, but just decided against it. But he is right. Oh, Churka pits. I was going to say he's going to line up Churka this time, but Churka's just decided to get into the pits. Maybe try and get an undercut on the drivers in front as he goes on to the hard tyres. So that's 19 laps. Nah. That is 21 laps on the hard tyres.
Sorry, you said that Bruno Will was looking feisty. I'll tell you someone who's looking feisty right now. LRS Mercury. He is looking feisty here in Spain.
Urban Unicorn definitely locked them. I think one thing I can really say for Urban Unicorn, and it is, I mean, in his defence, maybe he's not really kind of incorporated the drop off in tyre quality, in tyre like optimum level, which is maybe why we're seeing the gap between second and third increase to what it is now. But Mercury is definitely looking like he's keeping his tyres in good stead and in good life at this stage, and he is definitely looking the better of the two so far. DJ Danny is keeping a close eye on what's happening in front of him as well, so he could be able to pick up any pieces, but unfortunately, no, but hopefully we don't see that. What I see clean, fast overtaking, as we see Dominic come out of the pit,
Dominic in the pit lane.
and hit Eke.
Mercury. Is he going to catch Rossi?
He is an overtake. He's going to be right on the rear end of the Haas, but he's not going to be quite alongside into turn 1, into turn 2. But Urban Unicorn, I think I've seen a wee bit of a slide on the back of the Haas there, so I think his tyre grip might have fell away slightly quicker than the drivers around him, so maybe tyre management's really kind of came back to haunt Urban Unicorn at this stage. So I don't think I'll be too surprised if I see him coming in at the end of this lap to try and minimise the damage that he's going to inflict on his cell if he continues to stay out and lose time to drivers in front like Eke and keep drivers like Mercury and Danny behind in his traffic. So
yeah, I think Mercury just needs to keep it nice and steady for that corners. I think the traction's important. Tyre wear is obviously important. He just needs to keep the car on the circuit really, because he's definitely going to have a good chance later on in the Grand Prix. I think obviously you win the race in the closing stages, you don't go for the victory on lap 13 out of 30.
no, definitely no. I mean, like, you are going to be in the best possible position at any point in the race, and I mean, you've got 20 laps of racing left yet, so what we're seeing now might not be the final result. So as we're starting to see Eke, Urban Unicorn and Livio come out of the pits, Mercury takes the race lead. But as I was saying, Maldy, like, the race we don't conclude the race on lap 14 or 33, like it concludes at 33 or 33. So what we'll see is drivers at this stage will continue just to kind of keep racing, keep biding their time.
Oh, Eke needs to jump Domi here. This is crucial.
And Eke,
crucial, that is absolutely crucial.
Is Domi on a two-stop? Because he's on the mediums.
I think Dominic's on a two-stop, but he's going to lose time to Dominic. Is Eke. Eke's going to lose time to Dominic if he's stuck with Domi for too long.
Having Domi coming out right in between the pair is definitely going to work in favour of Dominic, but it's really going to work against Eke, as Eke finds himself stuck behind Toro Rosso for the time being. So the quicker he disposes of the on front, the quicker he can chase down Dominic, as Domi goes a wee bit wide, kicks up a wee bit of dirt on the exit of turn 9. DRS was open on the back of the McLaren there, but wasn't enough to get alongside into turn 10. Not really too much going on as DJ Danny and LRS Mercury pit from 1 and 2, and Kyle follows them in. Jamham's going to come round the final corner. He's going to continue going round, and he'll inherit the race lead, but he has got Dominic. I think Jamham's just weaved to the side.
Got some sort of damage with his car.
Dominic?
Red on his mechanics thing. Dominic. Dominic's got something wrong with his car.
Is that not to make the driver aware that their teammates in the pits? It's just white green on my screen. I think that's just to kind of let them know if. I think that's just to kind of let them know.
His teammate was in the pits, was he?
I did, because DJ Danny came in.
Maybe.
I think that's maybe just to kind of. I think that's just like the pit window and like kind of. If they're allowed to come in and pit or no, because it is red.
Oh yeah, makes sense now. Riggsy, sorry. Eke's got the overtake done on Domi. It's a good move for him. He's now going to try and get up to Dominic.
And he has got a Haas in between the pair as well, but it's Jamham instead of Urban Unicorn this time around. Urban Unicorn is in P5, but he is 2 seconds behind Domi. So he's lost it on time from his pit stop. But he is still in a solid position. He's got a 1.8 second gap to Mercury behind. I mean, that was a lot closer just a few laps ago. So he has definitely bought himself some breathing room for the time being. So
Sorry,
it's just
Rixie.
a matter of...
Sorry, Rixie. Yeah, Mercury's on course for a podium right now.
Yeah, he's done exceptionally well so far at this stage in the race. We are about to hit halfway. Halfway through this lap, we're going to hit the half race distance. But Mercury is definitely looking really solid at this point. Like, I mean, he has drove stellar. He has drove a stellar race so far, and Urban Unicorn is right there. He's not a million miles away, so maybe that kind of acts as his incentive to try and reel the Haas in. So it is just a matter of keeping that Haas and Urban Unicorn.
Oh
in
wait,
his...
I didn't see that. Urban Unicorns jumped him in the pit lane. I didn't see that.
Aye, I think it's. I mean, if Mercury could keep the pace and the consistency, I don't think the battle for the podium is over. No by a long shot. I think this could be coming down to some final lap stuff. If they keep the gaps and slowly reel them in, because Urban Unicorn hasn't really been making work a Domi. Well, I mean, Domi is on the medium, he is on the two-stop, so he will probably end up getting that place back. His teammate Jamham is probably maybe playing a bit of the team game. He's trying to hold up Eke and Domi for Urban Unicorn to catch up, but he's not eating into that lap time as much as he needs to be. It's still floating at that 2-second range. As Jamham comes into the pits. No, he doesn't. As he just gets overtaken.
Eke gets overtaken then on Jamham. So there you go, that's the move done on the Haas driver. Next up for him to be overtaken by is Domi then. So there you go, set to 1 yellow flag. Something's happened. I think that's Danny. Yeah, Danny Span. Yeah, Danny Span.
See, at this stage, he can't buy a lock. He can't buy it. I mean, I think. I mean, I don't know what happened. So he'll probably update us at the end of the race or whenever. But DJ Danny just getting caught up in a moment again, unfortunately, and he's dropped off the P7 down to P12. And it's definitely not what he would have wanted. It's definitely not what the team would have wanted. So maybe this break does come in and just kind of help him just kind of put his head back on his shoulders and see where he goes next time out. In Monte Carlo, or have we got to Canada? Are we missing Monaco? Have
We
we
go
got
to
to Monaco?
Canada, yes. After our week break, we go to Canada. Unfortunately. I mean, we would have loved to go to Monaco, but...
Oh well, I'll need to
yeah,
put my...
can't keep the drivers
I'll need to put my casino chips away for next season then.
Well, talking of casino chips, here we go. Domi then up the inside of Jamham. Clean as you like, P number 3 for the Toro Rosso there. We'll call it AlphaTauri, but we're not in 2020 yet. We're not in the 2020 game, so we can't call it. Third place for the Polish driver. There you go.
They are Toro Rosso for the time being, and I'll not be told otherwise. But Jamham losing it to Domi there. I think, well, he is on 17 lap hard tyres, so he will probably pit between now and lap 20 for a set of mediums. And he'll definitely be quicker at the end, because he'll be on that softer rubber, he'll be on that lighter car, lighter fuel load as well, so his car's definitely going to have more speed in it. So he'll be quite interesting to see in the second stint, as he's got his teammate just 1 second behind. I'll not be too surprised if Jamham just drives off to the side on the straight to turn 1 and lets his teammate through. But Mercury in P6 as well is kind of keeping the gap. He's not exactly losing it, but again, same as what Urban Unicorn was like, he's really eating into that time as he would really like to. And he's got Bruno Will for close company, who's in P7 again. Qualifying 9th, he's in 7th now. I think he might be starting to think, right, I need to put the foot down, I need to start making some overtakes, I need to start eating into the lap time, I need to start getting my way up the grid, because P7 will not be good enough for a championship hunt in the championship drive. Chaka again in P8. He's a quiet race. I mean, he's not really done anything wrong, but I mean, we know he's quick as well. And it's just not really been there for him this race. But we know he can win races if he just, I mean, if everyone just ticks on the boxes. So he is definitely a proven race winner in this league. But his pace hasn't really been much taking a screen to the heavens about. Alpha Romeo 910 rounds out the points at this stage. Danny in P11. Try to really think. Hamjam in 13th. Just had a having a wee quiet race at his end there on P13, Buckley P14 after his jump start. But he'll be on to the end. Parondi's another. I'll probably go in the game. That's why I was about to say we've not seen much Parondi, but that's because we actually haven't seen much of him. He's not here. But in F1 Grand Prix round out the rear, so Williams 15 and 16. Does they let me invite him?
Yeah, I think he's had some connection issues from his Xbox, but Bruno Will then is up the inside of Mercury Soren's got the overtake done now, and he's up in the P4 with him.
I was about to say, because we've seen Domi and Jamham come out the pits there. And there's another person as well, Domi's on the mediums as well. I forgot he was there. He'll be looking quite quick on the final stint as well. But Bruno Will's up into P4. Which is a lot better than what it was just a lap ago in P7, but he also got Mercury right there, and Chuka breathing down his neck as well, so a big battle for P4 for him. And Eke though, not really been saying too much about him. He's closed this gap down to Dominic, and he's in DRS range, so he's kind of just been slowly closing the gap down between himself and the race leader.
He's been like a ghost, hasn't he? We've not even seen him, and he's been doing this great of a job. Well, there you go, to Eka. I think the gap was after the pit stop was around 2 seconds, wasn't it? Dominic?
Exactly. We've just gave him the Carlos Sainz treatment. We've not really said anything about him while we're sitting focusing on the rest of the midfield, and he's just been sitting closing this gap down. He's got the DRS flap open, but he's already got the ERS down to none, so he knows that lap was his opportunity there. Bruno Will goes fastest with a 1:20.5, which is 4 tenths, I was going to say 4 tenths faster than anybody else, but Buckley set a fastest lap that was only a tenth shy of the lap that Will just posted there. But Bruno Will at this point is kind of starting to safety sell it. This is it. Time to put the foot down. He's got clear air. It's him. This is Urban Unicorn for P3, and Mercury and Chuka are there waiting on the wings as well. And I can feel a final podium place being battled. Having a battle between 4 drivers for the final podium place in these final laps, so we're very much looking forward to seeing how that unfolds. Alfa Romeo go for P9 and P10
should be very, very interesting. Eke is in P2, of course, as we know, 6 tenths now behind Dominic. I'm sure.
Definitely.
Sorry, Wilson.
Oh no, I was just kind of reinforcing what you were saying as well. And Eke he's definitely looking better. He's got DRS open, but he just, I don't know. I mean, also I was saying earlier, the acceleration down the straight into turn 1 is extremely hindered because you need a really strong exit at the final turn, and you've got additional front wing on and more downforce on the car than you would anywhere else in most tracks. So you're not really going to have that same rapid acceleration to make a move into turn 1. So what I think it will really need to come down to is Eke just getting the chicane in the final sector absolutely spot on. Dominic has to make a wee bit of a slip up, but Dominic, as we know, is ice cold when it comes to pressure. Like, pressure is nothing to him. Like, I've very rarely, if not ever, I've never seen him buckle. And I'm hoping that I've not just threw the curse out hard there. But
well, I think Eke, is we've seen him before. He's definitely a driver that is. He fights for those positions, but I just think that Dominic is that tad better. We've seen him in season 15. He was champion for one reason only.
I think Dominic is ice cold when it comes to pressure. Eke was the same. I think he's got he can hold his nerve really well, especially in championship winning situations. I mean, it was unfortunate what happened last season in Brazil when he had really nowhere to go and that big melee happened at turn 4 and 5.
That was a big crash, massive
that
crash
was
last season.
that was a massive. Not only was that a massive crash, that was a massive dent in the championship for Eki, and I think that we could arguably say that's where he lost it. And because Eki was getting to that race with the lead in the championship, and at the end, Dominic came out with like an 11-point lead, 12-point lead, so the tables turned significantly, and I think that's sitting on Eki's mind as he sees the Red Bull sitting in front of him. And he is definitely keeping the pace with the Red Bull in front as well. Just has to make sure that interval doesn't go over a second, or you're not going to get DRS. Which, I mean, as soon as I say that, it does, but I think if he gets a good line through the final chicane, he'll be right back in it, which he's not, it's just went even further apart. So maybe Dominic is starting to realise that Eki is this threat, and he's starting to burn ERS.
Wow. Eke got DRS for C, but BRL Bruno will has.
And he's going to have a look.
Sorry for this podium.
He's going to have a look on the inside of the Haas, which doesn't really amount to anything there. So Bruno will maintains his 4th place. Urban Unicorn sitting in P3. I mean, even though we tipped them for the win, I was going to try and bring you down with me, but we did. I did say Urban Unicorn was maybe a shout for the win. And see, to be fair, I'd say a podium was still a solid result for the Haas driver. And I think, like, I mean, he doesn't need to. He doesn't need to win races, taking a guy still at the gate, but even podiums can do that.
I think,
but he is driving strongly.
Not ideally, sorry, but what's the word? I can't remember the word that I want to use, but I can remember it, but I just can't. I think it's easy said than done for Urban Unicorn to defend from Bruno Will's incredible pace right now. He is looking quick. He's even lapping quicker than Eke and Dominic. So he needs to pick his way out in circuit right now. He's got DRS then on the pack of Urban Unicorn. This is going to be a pretty straightforward move. He has to do it.
He's going to sweep the Renault round to the outside. He'll have the outside line into one. Urban Unicorn is trying to outbrake him at turn 1 to try and keep the inside. No, he does not. Bruno Will makes the move round the outside, makes it stick, takes the podium away from Urban Unicorn and up into P3. It's the next car ahead is Eke, 4.7 seconds down the road. So he's got 8 laps, to try and bring that gap down and see if he can maybe try and get an extra position. But P9 to P3 is a solid drive for the Brazilian. Solid 15
Definitely
points.
doesn't lose too many points at this point over Eke. That's really the main person at the moment, because Eke and Bruno Will are the only people that have actually been there, and then we've got Dominic, who's been putting in those performances recently, so that's very important for the championship.
Definitely, Eke, he was just like a new man after the end of season 15, the start of season 16. Like, he's just decided to take a good break, just kind of clear his mind, keep his focus, practice, and it's paid off. He's got Kenny definitely won the first 2 races in Bahrain and China, and you've got Bruno Will winning in Baku as well, so you've got obviously Eke in there. Like, I'm assuming he has lead the championship with his 2 wins and he's 5th place in Baku. Bruno Will getting himself a W in this season already, and Dominic, we know he's obviously he is the reigning champion at this point, but he's no had a race won. He got a solid 2nd place last time out in Baku. In China, he was caught up in traffic and he finished like P6 in Buckley, and in Bahrain he finished on the podium there as well, if my memory serves me correctly there. So he's making himself known that he isn't giving up, and he is in course for a win with 7 laps remaining. So I think the podium here, if the podium stays the way it is, this is your championship battle, because they've all got the pace, they can all win races, and any one of them can win if they just keep their heats down and their pace up.
Definitely, I think it could definitely be a three-way battle this season, Rigsy, for the championship.
Definitely.
Absolutely crucial as well, Rigsy, that BR Bruno will actually won in Baku. Got 15 points over Eke. That's absolutely crucial for his championship there. And yeah, it's just these margins that you just have to pull out on your rivals.
I think like you need to show that ruthless edge when you're in a championship hunt as well. Eke done that straight with the gates in Bahrain and won there, and then you've got China, who we were sitting having a conflict there on saying China was a good race, China was a bad race, and we had two very different opinions. But Eke was stuck behind Bruno Will for so long. It was lap 25 or 28 that he finally got the move done and got the win.
Oh, yeah,
So Eke timed that well again. It's about calculating your moves. See Hamza going fastest with a 1:19.4, so he'll rob anybody of the fastest lap point as it stands, because he is in P15 at the moment. But Eke has shown that edge, and I feel like him losing out in last season's championship is really kind of a beneficial kind of element of that, because he's using his loss for last season as his driving force for this season. And he is right on the back of Dominic, like, as we're sitting here talking about his championship aspirations, as he locks up the inside, has a wee jolts the car out the slipstream of the Red Bull to a wee lock up at the inside of turn 4, but nothing there for him. And even though this battle for the lead's going on, as we see yellow flags in the second sector, as Hamjam retires, I don't know what's happened there.
Safety car has been deployed.
A safety car
is out, Rigsy. Safety car is out. We are ready.
Oh, he's crashed the car. He's crashed the car on the exit at turn 9. The car's not moving, so I think he's lost a wheel and he's got some front wing damage as well, for good measure. I think what must have happened is he must have got a wee bit too much exit. Too much of the exit curb, too much throttle, and the left rear's just lit itself on in the gravel trap on the exit at turn 9, and the car's just went round, and he's hit the wall on the right hand side, and it's just careered back onto track. But do the drivers
absolutely
pit? Nope, they do not. I mean, this is maybe a time for somebody to maybe chuck the cat in amongst the pigeons.
Right, Urban Unicorn is the first driver in. Urban Unicorn is in the pit lane. This could be absolutely crucial. Mercury continues.
Tucker continues. Toxic Fusion's in the pits as well. As we see, and I'm on board with Kyle, who's got the gears glitch. DJ Danny's in the pits. Dommy goes round. Jamham is on the final chicane. Does he go round? I would assume he does. No, he comes in. He comes in as well. So Haas decided to get both the drivers in on fresh softs. Buckley's in. Gravity is too far back, but he's already been in for the soft tyres. Harondi, who's still decided not to join us, sitting in P15 at the moment. So
wow. There you go, Rigsy. There you go.
So I
was getting a little bit bored, if I'm being completely honest with you, Rigsy, and that's completely sorted me out. I don't know if you was. I don't know if the spectators were in the grandstands, but Rigsy, this is interesting. Mercury on for the podium.
I was really looking forward to the battle between Dominic and Eke for these final laps, but now I've got even more reason to be excited for it, because not only is the battle between them two, it's between the rest of the field for this win, as the safety cars came out on lap 28 to bunch this pack into one. And I can't remember the last time I've seen the majority of the field in one camera shot. So it really emphasises the level of excitement and kind of close competitiveness that we've got with this safety car situation. It doesn't come in this time. I would assume that it'll go around for one more, and then we'll go 3 laps of complete chaos and mayhem.
Chaos.
So
I do like my safety cars, Rigsy.
So
Did we have
with
like
the safety,
2 back in?
we had 2 safety cars and a virtual in Baku,
Wow, there you go.
and this is the
There you
first
go,
safety
ladies
car
and
sighting.
gents. Haven't we had a safety car in every round?
We had one in Bahrain. We definitely had one in Bahrain because I remember the safety car restart in Maris.
God, yeah.
Go the race lead into turn 1 after starting like 5th on that restart or something like that. It was something crazy like that. China, we go 1 really early on, and Baku with 2. So safety cars,
Safety car in all
100% streak continues.
races.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Definitely bringing us the content.
Definitely, the safety cars 100% record was all doom and gloom, but it was like, nah, I'm going to make an appearance in the final laps. Try and kick up some excitement for the viewers, for the spectators, for the... Excuse me.
Oh
The
God.
throat's kind of starting to go at this stage.
Rigsy, be careful, Rigsy.
I'll do my best. It's just a wee tickle. But the safety car, I'm assuming, will come in at the end of this lap. And Dominic will inherit the safety car responsibilities. As he'll
God.
become the race leader. The safety car, sorry. Does it come in? The lights on the off, so I think we've got 1 more lap of the safety car. We've got 1 more lap of the safety car, so we've got 2 laps. Kind of like kills the excitement slightly, but I mean, the fact that, I mean, see, the thing is as well, I'm going to be brave again, Marty, because being brave's kind of worked for me before. But
Right.
Urban Unicorns on soft tyres. I think he can get a podium because the tyre compound.
Well, I don't know what Carl's doing right now. What is Carl doing?
Kyle, for me, is just taking the main lines. He kind of dropped off there for a bit, but I don't actually know what's happened there. But I've just seen Urban Unicorn taking 7th place after Kyle. I don't know if Kyle was slowing the pack down too much and it just kind of desynced his car or something. I don't really know what happened there, but Urban Unicorn's just like, I'll just take the 3rd place. If you want me to have it, son, I'll take that off your hands. I mean, I don't know. I think Urban Unicorn will try and give him that place back on the restart, but if he does that, it's just going to cost any real chance that he's going for solid points. But
This is going to be absolutely incredible, Rigsy. This could actually be the best restart of the season so far.
It's the fact that I'm only really kind of vouching for Urban Unicorn again because he's on really fresh, soft tyres, which is 2 compounds softer than hards, and especially if these hards have seen a fair bit of life. Because you've got 18 laps of 18 lap old hard tyres, 17 lap old hard tyres, 18, 16, 19, 17 on front of them. These hard tyres are at their optimum, but at the same time they're also at their sell by date. Urban Unicorns on fresh soft rubber, he'll be one to watch on this restart.
So then, Rigsy, you're saying Urban Unicorn could potentially get a podium. Who is going to win this Spanish Grand Prix? Mercury's going to be on this pack like a wolf. He's going to be sniffing the diffuser of Bilbao Bruno will here for the podium. Here we go. This is absolutely crucial now. Crucial times. Here we go. It's go here in Spain, Riggs. Here we go. Who's going to get the final pole position? There's going to be no DRS as well. No DRS in this race.
Dominic really did an exceptional job on that restart. Slowed the bunch, the pack up in the chicane. As Bruno goes up the inside of Eke, they've got to go side by side. They have a wee tap there on the inside of the one, but no contact or collision there. As they all kind of maintain position in the status quo through turn 1, 2 and 3. Dominic has got himself a gap already.
Here we go, Riggsy, wait there, sorry, the Unicorn's looking feisty here on the inside of Churka now, here we go, up the inside, oh, here we go, oh, Riggsy, this is incredible right here from Urban Unicorn.
And he's right on the rear wing of the Mercedes. I wouldn't be too surprised if he has a lock up the inside of turn 10. Mercury will need to slide to the left on this straight if he wants to keep it defensive. Urban Unicorn does have a lock. He's got to try and outbrake the
Up the
Mercedes.
inside, here we go.
Oh,
Cotton
and he
on the
slid.
brakes and no.
He had a bit of a slide on, but Urban Unicorn, just bide your time. You're on nice fresh tyres. He's got to go up the inside in the final sector. That was how I was saying earlier that takes are very seldom in the final sequence in Spain. Trying to prove me wrong there once again, but he will definitely have a rundown on the Mercedes into turn 1.
Here we go, overtake mode and everything. Here we go, slipstream, pulling to the inside.
He's not got that
No
acceleration
DRS
when he's in
though.
clear there. As he goes up the inside, makes it, does he make it stick? Mercury holds it around the outside, inside the 2, goes side by side once again. Urban Unicorn takes a wee bit of the track and then some.
Brixton, are you sure
and
he's gonna get a
Mercury.
podium? Are you sure?
I
There's been a second one! Oh, there's been a crash! Danny's out, Danny's gone. Sorry for my language here, but Danny's fucked it.
That's definitely no ideal for the Red Bull driver there. He's just had a race to
Mercury,
forget.
sorry, Rixie. Mercury is providing us with the content here on lap 33 of the Spanish Grand Prix. He's defending hard from Urban Unicorn here in his Mercedes. Here we go. Then Urban Unicorn's going to have a final opportunity down into turn 10, I think this is. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is actually going to be his final opportunity. Up the inside. Is he going to mess it up this time?
Does they get the move?
Mercury. Very clean and defensive.
Doesn't he make the move stick? But while all this is happening behind us, it is Dominic exiting the chicane for the 34th and final time for Red Bull. Checkered flag will be waving on the right. He'll see it being waved viciously as he drives alongside it to take the win here in Spain. Brilliant drive from the Red Bull driver.
Oh, and Urban Unicorn's got a few penalties, hasn't he?
Oft. Maybe his podium was a wee bit far-fetched then. But ends up P10 after penalties being applied. I mean, that was still exciting. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was good in the last few laps. Let's see what the podium has to offer, Reese. That was absolutely incredible and actually seemed like a very quick race.
So we're seeing the podium celebrations there, a nice wee close up at the front of the Red Bull there. Dominic gets his first win of the season here in Catalonia, joined alongside by Eke and Bruno Will, and this is the podium that we were saying earlier in the race, Maldy. This is the championship battle in our minds anyway. They've all got the pace to do it, they've all got the wins under their belts. I'm anticipating a close season now that Dominic's off the mark.
Definitely. Okay, Rincy, take us through the results and we'll get in the podium finishers.
So, our final race classifications are as follows. Dominic is our race winner here in Spain. A solid drive for the Red Bull driver, seen him get his first win of the season. Second place was Eke. Another strong showing for the championship leader. Solid 18 point. After starting 7th, Jamham up into P5 after starting 15th, so a stellar drive for him as well in the Haas. Libiero in P6 for Alfa Romeo. Gravity in 7th after starting from the back of the grid. So it's a strong showing from him as well. Kyle in 8th in the race in P9, and Urban Unicorn, after penalties being applied, ends up finishing P10 in the final points paying position. And the rest of the field have just disappeared after 15, so I can't really read that bit out. But the rest of the drivers.
Okay. Rigsy, sorry, I don't think that Dominic and Bruno were able to do an interview tonight, so I think we're just going to be able to interview Eke.
What's happening?
I don't think Bruno Will and Dominic can interview tonight, so we're going to interview Eke and then we'll try and get 4th place man in Mercury for a quick interview here to close things off here in Spain. So, Eke, we're going to come to you first. Take us through your race, highs and lows, and how did the safety car help you, if it did in any way?
Well, the qualifying basically was one shot, so I was stuck in P4. I would probably could have been P2. So that was already some work to do in the race. The first stint I was able to get back to P2, so behind Dominic, and then after the pit stops I came back behind Domi, who was on mediums. So, and then there was jam hand between me and Dominic. So, had to get through them to get again chase Dominic down. And then when I finally was there again, then the safety car came out. And then the safety car restart. There was just I was in so bad position with Dominic being so slow ahead and Bruno will just kind of going side by side with me all the time. So that kind of made my chances. I didn't have anywhere really to fight Dominic anymore at the safety car restart. I had so bad run at the straight and lost so much time to him.
Okay. Me and Riggsy have been talking about the championship battle, and it looks like it's going to be quite close for the season between you, Dominic, and Bruno Will. I believe now we've got a week off, so any plans in preparation for, I believe the next race is Canada?
Not really. Just I don't know. Just wait for it to become erased.
Okay. We're going to come then to Mercury now. Thank you, Eke, and well done on your second place, I believe it was. Mercury.
Hello.
Now, I said you was on course for a podium tonight. What went wrong?
I don't really think anything went wrong. I think pace was good overall, but the front three in particular were very, very quick.
Yep.
I think when the safety car came out, it was sort of a chance to try and get that podium, but Urban got through really quick behind, and I just didn't get a chance to have a go at Bruno at the end. So yeah, I'm happy with the result.
Obviously, we're not going to Monaco this season. We're going straight to Canada after our week break. That's the same as Eke. What are your preparations for the next race in Canada?
Well, we got plenty of time for a bit of practice and setup work, so I'm sure we'll get a bit of that done. Canada's never been the best track for me, but we'll see how it goes.
Okay, thank you, Mercury. Right then, Riggsy, thank you for joining me in the commentary box here this evening for the Spanish Grand Prix. I hope everyone has safe this evening. And that safety car has definitely brought some incredible action here in Catalonia. Some very much needed action. Because it was a bit dry, just like the actual track was. So qualifying was definitely a surprise, given the wet record in STB. Well done to all podium finishers. Yes, Mercury. Sorry.
Let me just add. I think Urban is under investigation. Is it Urban?
Okay.
Or Bruno? Sorry, Bruno's under investigation.
Okay.
So
race control.
We'll have to keep you updated on that. So
okay,
anybody who's interested, keep an eye on the Twitter.
Thank you. So thank you, Riggsy, for joining me in the commentary box. Well done to all people that have participated here this evening and that have finished the race. And well done to Eke, Bruno, Will, and Dominic, your podium finishers. So at the moment, it looks like it's going to be a three-way battle. We will not, for the championship, Eke, Dominic, and Bruno Will. That is looking like the battle. But we are not racing here next week. We've got a week off. So do join us, I believe, on the 30th of March, I believe, for the return to the STB Racing League. We go to the Canadian Grand Prix on the Ile Notre Dame on the St. Lawrence Seaway. One of my favourite circuits on the calendar. It's an incredible circuit, and hope Riggsy has the same opinion about it too. We'll see you in 2 weeks' time for the Canadian Grand Prix. We'll see you then.